Alright, just thought I'd make a really a really quick, smoke. Woo, stuff's burning. Oil on there. But I thought I would make a really a really quick cooking with Denoy episode here while I'm filming the cooking episode using the really simplified inverter cooking system on Rusty Iron Van, since I only have a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and cook up these boneless country-style ribs. I got it for like $3.18 from Walmart. And I'm not going to cook all of them. I'm just going to cook half of it right here. And this could normally be cooked inside the rice cooker system, the inverter cooking system, which you've seen me do if you've been following the series with Little Blue 2, Living in a Van. If you haven't seen those, you want to look at the playlist for Cooking with Denoy. If you want to learn more about the whole system and the van and how it's set up for living, full-time living, and stealth camping, urban stealth camping, you'll want to watch the entire playlist for the camper van series, the vlogs, and the van build, the 2003 Dodge Grand Caravan build. But anyhow, this stuff's kind of semi-frozen because I had it frozen earlier. All I'm going to do is just fry it up. Denoy's cooking is like not really the best cooking in the world. I know some viewers say, man, Denoy is a terrible cook. I don't know why he's making cooking videos. I never claimed to be a really good cook, but I like to eat. So I like to cook food and eat food that I cook because it's cheaper than buying, eating out all the time. And when you live in a van, this is a meal that, for like $3.18, I can have two really nice meals with country-style ribs. And this meal can actually be cooked in a rice cooker. But I'm cheating right now since I have access to a house. I'm going to go ahead and cook it right here. I'm having a hard time focusing here for some reason. Camera, come on, camera. Why are you having a hard time focusing? Let me pause it and see if I can't get this to focus. Alright, I think I got the focusing issue under control here. But basically, I'm just frying up the rib. And I'm going to seal it up here in a moment. I haven't seasoned it yet, and my seasoning, of course, is really simple. I just use the Total Seasoning or the Badia. This is Total Seasoning, which is equivalent to the Badia. And I'm just going to pour it on there. When I say pour it, I just sprinkle it right on there. It's got salt and garlic and several other things. Turn the heat down a little bit. It might be getting a little too hot here. It actually smells pretty good. I know it might not look that good, but it actually smells pretty good. And I'm going to throw in a little bit of chopped onions that I bought from the Dollar Tree. Alright, let's add our chopped onions. Oh man, this stuff smells really good. It's like getting cooked on the outside, not on the inside, so we probably want to put the lid on it. But before I do that, of course, I'm going to add my normal ingredient here. Soy sauce. So much salt, huh? And I basically just sprinkle a little bit on here. Okay, for some of you that's probably not a little, that's probably a lot. To me, that's a little. I'd say maybe it was a tablespoon with. I'm going to just coat it with the soy sauce, put the lid on it, and let the thing cook. It is, the temperature right now, I'm setting it down a little bit to right here. This is low, so it's like just at a quarter from low. I don't know if you can see that. I got it right there. And just let it simmer a little bit. Meanwhile, I'll need to put the rest of this up so I can use it another day. But you can see this stuff is like just gonna cook itself. And I normally do this inside the rice cooker when I'm in the van, so you might see me prepare this meal again. But it's just basically country-style ribs, Asian cook style, El Cheapo, Quicko cooking. And we're gonna let that stay heated a little bit. Meanwhile, we're gonna go outside and see if we can't check up on the rice cooker and see if it's cooked. You can see the system is still on, it's still on high right now, so it's not done cooking, but you can see the steam and the rice is starting to cook, so hopefully it'll be done soon by the same time that the ribs, the pork ribs are done. It's been a few minutes, and I have turned the ribs over, so I'm just going to turn the other side to cook. Just basically letting it cook on the sides. And the heat is not on high because I'm letting it slowly cook while doesn't that look so good? I'm waiting for the rice cooker to finish cooking outside. We are currently inside Rusty Iron Van, and you can see the system is on. My doors are all wide open still, and of course my transmission is still stuck. Good thing is my temperature is still staying within normal range, so it's not overheating. Actually got the AC running, which I can shut off here, since, you know, the car's like all opened up and no one's sitting in here. But I think in this mode I'm not going to be burning any more gasoline than I would if I was cooking with Little Blue 2, so it may be doable. Oh, by the way, for those of you wondering what the switch is right here on the side, that's actually a stealth switch. When you switch this on, the car goes into stealth mode, and for all practical purposes we are now invisible to the rest of the world. Nobody else can see us. But it uses up a lot of energy, so I keep it off most of the time. I only turn that on in emergencies. While the food is still cooking, I thought I would lay down. You can see I'm still wearing my work clothes here inside Rusty Iron Van to show you our view. Right now we're sleeping under a tree, and you can see that these things, these what are they called? They're sagging. The headliner are sagging, so we're gonna have to fix that, and I'll show you a really cheap way to fix that, so it doesn't sag. Now in Little Blue 1, the original Little Blue, I actually ripped all this stuff off, but underneath it's just like fuzzy stuff. It's fuzzy foam that's really nasty, and it drops down on you. So I had to scrape all that off and use like a solvent cleaner to try to get it out. And then I painted everything white. I'm not going to do that on this van, because that was a pain in the butt to do, and it smelled really bad. I smelled the solvent, and then I had paint smell, and it was just not worth it. And for this van, since it's a temporary build, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and pin these guys in. There's special pins that you can buy at Walmart that look like little screws, but they're like tacks, and you screw them into place. So when I get a chance, I'll go ahead and show you what they look like. But that will allow us to screw everything back up and make it look nice for about $2 or $3. It's not going to look real nice, but it'll look nicer than it does right now. But you can see that there's plenty of room for me to lay totally stretched out here. But the difference between this van and being, you know, inside Little Blue 2 is that we don't have the back kitchen area, the kitchenette, because there's no room. You can see right here, there is no room. This is the edge of the vehicle. So you basically just have enough room to lay down. If you have 2 people, you can actually put a full-size bed in here, I think, or a bed mattress in here, and have room for 2 adults to lay down. But that would make this van really kind of uncomfortable to live in. But if 2 people were traveling across the country, you could do that, I suppose. What I would do in that case is make sure I had drawers underneath the bed. In this case right now, we don't have any drawers or anything set up. But in a few moments, I'm going to show you how to convert this van from just an emergency shelter like it's set up right now for sleeping and cooking to one that you could live in. I'm not planning on living full-time in this thing, at least not for more than a couple weeks or a month or two. But I'm going to go ahead and set it up just to show you how it can be done. Cost is minimal, and construction-wise, there's not much to construct, although there will be a little bit of construction. What we're going to do is, you can see I've already pulled this from Little Blue 2 right here. That's my thermometer and clock and calendar. But we're going to set up a little shelf unit here for the drawers and stuff, so we have some storage here for clothes and other stuff. And we're going to add a house battery system, which I'll be showing you how to do. And the reason we're doing all that is, you can see what Little Blue 2 looks like right now. She's like in pieces, and we're going to be pulling components from there. Although I think I'm going to leave the shelving in place because it's a pain to take it all apart. I'm still hoping to get Little Blue 2 up and running if it's at all possible. Otherwise, Little Blue 2 is doomed. But we're going to be taking parts from her to temporarily put into Rusty Iron Van just to show what can be done. And this setup right here is very, very similar to Little Blue 2, although I'm going to move some items around, and I'll explain why in a future video. Why the shelving unit's being moved from this side to this side, and why we're not bothering to raise the bed. The reason is simple. It's just this is a very quick build. I am still going to have to pick up my children in it. So when I have both kids, obviously there's not enough seating for everyone. So I have to be able to take this bed out and add the front seats. So unlike Little Blue 2, which had the front seats, which folded down and connected to the rear, this one, we just laid a mattress on down. We didn't even bother building a platform or anything to connect with the bench seat. And the reason I did that was just to show you, how you could do this quickly without really building anything. All you had to do was throw a mattress in here, get an inverter and a rice cooker, and you're up and running. While the rice is still cooking on the inverter cooking system, I thought I'd show you what the ribs look like. Doesn't that look delicious looking? Looks so good. The inverter cooking system is still running. Engine is still running. Spending quite a bit of gas. And rice is still not done. Almost done though. We'll know when it's done when this clicks back up to warm mode, which should be in a few more minutes. But you can see obviously this is not very convenient. So we're going to try another test to show you how you could cook in a little bit more convenient fashion. Alright, our rice cooker has popped up to warm mode, so the rice is done. It's been approximately 15 minutes or so. So we can go ahead and shut the system down. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. Unplug the rice cooker. And when I shut the engine off, we can disconnect the system here in a moment. We'll disconnect it now, as a matter of fact. Now, this particular hood will not allow it to shut. See this metal beam here? It gets in the way. So you have to put this kind of out of the way, but I'm not even going to do that because this particular vehicle, it gets really hot under the hood. Remember our overheating issue? So I'm going to go ahead and take this unit out and store it inside for use later. So it's pretty warm right now. But we can shut the car down and close things out for tonight and show you what my dinner looks like. Here then is tonight's dinner. It is country style rib, cooked Asian style, with inverter cooked white rice. And for those of you who like greens, I think a little bit of bagged salad or, mixed vegetables or something, stir fry, would complete the meal. For me though, I don't have any veggies right now cooked up, so I'm just going to eat it like this. No veggies tonight. And have a soda with it. So let me try it just to show you what it tastes like. This is a half and a half meal. Half was cooked on Rusty Iron Van. This is Rusty Iron Van's first meal. Cooked meal, rather. I know, use a knife, but I use a spoon. See, the meat is done. I cooked this inside Walter's house, the meat. But the rice was definitely cooked on the van using Inverter. And we're just going to go ahead and have a bite here and see what it tastes like. Good. Until next time, everybody, bon appetit, good eating, and thank you for tuning in.